Hope that all is well with you, specifically in terms of the life we are all living. Because if the life we are all living, it doesn't go well with you, you might end up doing what you are not supposed to do. And that can affect your well-being. This morning, I bring you greetings from my family house. Um, in my family house, there are a lot of things that you don't know. One of them is my father. And I'm saying one of them is my father. I'm not talking about what you are thinking, but my father's presence in my father's house gives me a lot of restoration to go back to my family house. May I encourage anybody watching? If you don't like going to your family house, especially where your father has become a thing there, please change your mind and go. This morning, let me welcome you to the road show brought to you by MSP 30.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Elom. I missed your call on my other.
Hey, hello. You are rich, but you have been on the line like that. I'll send you the money so you can purchase the power for me, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that number.
And that's the same number I call you.
I didn't say that. No, I said the number.
Then maybe they've deleted it. That's okay. I mean, this is what love can do to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. So please, then on the other number.
Which one? The Tigo number?
Yes, please.
All right. So I'll send it to you.
All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have your number. It's still though.
So how come?
That one is 024. It's 024
No.
852.
No, watch it carefully. Go and check it carefully.
That's when the last time we were even WhatsApping. No.
So you can receive a WhatsApp on that number, but you can't make a call. Try and calling me on that if it will work.
I don't have credit on the other line.
Shame on you. With this guy too low around you, he can't buy you credit. He's just following the body like that, and he cannot afford. You have got to give this nice body to this guy. He's just eating left and right. Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bring the money to us so we can pay for the services. I'll call you when I said I'll call you back like the next 2 hours, okay?
Okay.
All right, take care of yourself.
Thank you.
All right, okay.
It's right.
So the difficulty we go through in Ghana to purchase, what do you call it? Credit for your ECG meter. You have to be nice with a certain young lady somewhere who is a vendor and can buy you your own credit. This is how far the system has brought to us. But what about this? We are alive. I am not really worried. I mean, I just spoke to a very beautiful girl, and you can hear her voice. She's beautiful, actually. And she has a lot that you can use for a lot of digging. You know that it is said that it's better for you to be a gold carrier than a gold digger. So I spoke to this beautiful girl. You heard her voice. She's a child, and I don't have a relationship with children. She's not. She's very young. I can't have a relationship with a young girl who is 22 years. But she's giving herself to a very left-handed young man who is also struggling like her. And that's what I was saying, that the guy is using the thing why he cannot afford. But I was just by the way, and I wanted you to hear it because she's been calling me, and it's been difficult for me to pick. And because I don't pick, she's worried. Because I don't have that number she's calling me with. So that's why you heard her conversation. And once you've heard a conversation, I have to bring you in. I told you that if you make a mistake and call me whilst I am live, I'll tell people why you are calling me. So if you are careful, don't call me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is live here on the road show without my driver. My driver is indisposed, and I have taken the trouble that I want to make sure that before the end of June, I will rest my case on what you do to destroy your marriage. So this morning again, share with a friend and call a friend and ask a friend, did you watch yesterday's The Mystery of Sexual Intercourse with Counselor Luther? Yesterday was another day. I did my best when I left the studio to, as it were, bring you up to speed on what really we were doing on my page when it comes to how to deal with the prohibitions of sexual intercourse. And I think it went well. For those of you who watch later in the evening or at dawn, I found myself on another page. It was up to this morning, 5 o'clock, when I disabled myself from that particular page. This morning, we are here again, and I am happy. I am happy. I am very happy and more happy to see that my son is back online. Echo, welcome. Hey, my son was in Ghana, and for more than 20 days plus that he was in Ghana, I saw him once. This is what it is. When you take good care of your children and they are doing well, they don't need you too much, but your prayers. So I'm okay. I saw him and I was okay. He looks fresh. All the guardian girls were around him, but the wife went for a prayer meeting to make sure that none of them, their juju will work on my son. But I'm also praying for him, that as he goes around, he'll make me proud with whatever it takes for him to make me proud. This morning, our discussion is simple. Very, very simple. We are still discussing who can destroy your marriage as a wife. And the question we're asking is that, do you know that your wife can destroy your marriage as a man? Mr. Husband, do you have an idea what your wife can do to destroy your marriage? If you have an idea, share with me, and I'll read it to the public. What are some of the things that you think when your wife does, it will destroy your marriage? What is our motivation for this morning? And my son repeated, my motivation for you this morning is that nobody can make you happy except yourself. Nobody can make you happy except yourself. So if you want to be happy, then learn how to do it by yourself. And when you're doing it by yourself, do it to the extent that you will love it. Yesterday was the night. Say, good morning. Okay, I like that statement. So my motivation for you this morning is, whoever you are, wherever you are, never allow any other person to sit on your happiness. Never allow any person to sit on your happiness. Identify what makes you happy and identify what dilutes your happiness. Hear me. There are people you can believe that you cannot live without them. Yes. And it's good to have people you can't live without them. It's very good. I'm telling you, it's good. It is so good that you are living on earth, but there are people you know this one I can't live without. There are people you can say, if this one doesn't come to speak to me a day, I cannot live. Hear me. Take the story from me. What makes you happy? It works, can make others connect to you. If others will connect to you, it is about what you have in terms of achievement and success. What attracts people to you? So I was sharing with somebody yesterday that I'm coming to America and they want me to come and sit in a Range Rover. And I said, don't waste your money to buy a Range Rover because of me. It's good to honor me. But I am bigger than the brand Range Rover. I feel happy when I am appreciated by all these things they want to do for me. But watch it. Me, as a brand, when I'm in a Range Rover, I make a lot of news in a Range Rover than the Range Rover itself finding me in it. What am I saying? I'm saying that as a brand, if I drive the most cheapest car, it makes news than driving the most expensive car. I am very happy when I wake up, I see everything needs my attention. I am happy. So in this world we are living in, never allow, and the word is never allow. The word is never allow. I just hope that I don't have a problem with my TikTok, because I find out that nothing is happening there. We're having a discussion. It's the road show. We have just 7 people, which is not normal. Is there anything that I didn't do right? Let me know. Let me know if there's anything I didn't do right. But it's dropping instead of going up. I don't know what's happening to us. This is not how we are on TikTok. At least Facebook is getting it. And I said, maybe I'm Martina now. What you say? Is that I see many ba na kaya me tree. Efidie no ebe mo a omayi me afiso ni a block me enti nyansem no me ma akonwa ne a ewo ho ne mbra na me kasa ne de mote enti mo a mujitu mu se mu pese mo sua ade no mo mbra ne nsua ade what ma say me da ma say agro no be yede ebe mu kama but the see nsua ne se etiri bi see nsua the rules of engagement. Now blocking the adults is answer your home car no steering. What you say? AI NTP mungo bwa no nchim dia meka yi. Dia meka say happy yourself. Nobody can make you happy but yourself. Whatever makes you unhappy, get rid of it. Whoever makes you unhappy, get rid of them. If you wake up in the morning and you think that seeing your wife destroys your happiness, get rid of your wife. Divorce your wife. If you think that your husband is the one that makes you unhappy every morning, make sure you wake up before he wakes up, or wake up and run away from him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hit the screens and let the numbers go up immediately so we can start our lecture for the day. So my motivation this morning is that be happy. Don't allow anything, anybody to make you unhappy. As a matter of fact, your wife doesn't make you happy, but there's a certain girl somewhere that makes you happy. Connect to the girl, because your being alive is more helpful than dying. Yeah. You understand it. It's good to be alive. Don't cause anything to make you sad, and don't have an expectation from those who don't want you to be happy to make you happy. I love a lot. I have so much love, and I love to the extent that I can share everything with you. One of the biggest weaknesses in my control is to disconnect from people. Very difficult. So people are hurting me, people are heckling me, people are doing all the evil things against me. I see them, but it's difficult to disconnect, because even though they don't think about my feelings, I think about their feelings. I ask myself, if I leave them, who will protect them? If I leave them, who will do this? If I leave them, what will happen to them? But once I think this way, they don't care. They don't care. When people stab me at the back, the only thing that I'm supposed to do is to get rid of them. But they stab me at my back, and I still draw them close to myself. Why? Because it's difficult to get rid of people in my life. Regardless of what they are doing wrong to me, I keep on spotting in their life what I call the positive. So most of them think they are taking advantage of me. You are not. I have chosen to be happy. Yeah. There are things that I wouldn't do, but because of them, I would do. I was sharing with my family doctor about my dad, that my dad would walk to me and would demand a bottle of club beer. And it's difficult to say no at my age. It's not that I don't care. I'm a minister of God. Drinking is not part of me, but that's a demand for my dad. How long does he come to me? He takes his time to come and visit me once in a while. And the once in a while, that is what happens to me. I got to do it. I have learned, and that's what I'm teaching you. Be a good carrier, not a good digger. And by so doing, make sure that you are the source of happiness. You are the source of own happiness. So write it this morning on your status. I am the source of my own happiness. Repeat it. I am the source of my own happiness. I am the source of my own happiness. Yeah. In life, you don't need to be selfish, but be self-centered. So the thought of a blind man who was carrying a lantern in the day when he's walking, and everybody asks him, how? How? Why are you blind and you are carrying a lantern? He told them, I am not carrying the lantern for myself, but I'm actually carrying the lantern for others, so that they don't step or kick me. So there are times that some of the things we do is for others not to kick us. We create illumination so that others will know that we are there. Hear me. Tell yourself, I, Eduhima, I am the source of my happiness. My sister says she's down small. How can you be down small when you have me? Eduhima, say, I am the source of my happiness. Let your husband go and read it and be offended. Let your wife read it and be offended. And repeat it again. I am the source of my happiness. I welcome you all to the road show. And the discussion is on. Yesterday, Amabenjo gave me a lot to think about. And then Eduhima asked a question. I was in a rush, so I didn't answer. Edu, and then my baoba, and then we are down small. Now so we call higher more because me down my uncle down. Whoa, oh boakra, oh boakra, oh boakra, oh boa. So my discussion is, who can destroy your marriage? And I ask, husbands, do you know that your wife can destroy your marriage? And what are some of the things that your wife can do to destroy your marriage? What are some of the things? What are some of the things? Do you know some of the things that you can do to destroy your marriage? Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea of some of the things you can do? That do you know? The question is that, do you know your wife can destroy your marriage? And if yes, what are some of the things as a husband, when your wife does, it will destroy the marriage? Yesterday, I made it clear to all of you that your wife is a spending officer, but you are the director of finance. So as a director of finance, you choose when to give money, when not to give money. I said it yesterday. So if you tell me that your wife collapses your marriage because she's not considerate. Yesterday, somebody said the wife is not considerate. I'm saying, what do you mean by not considerate? Also, you need some mommy or on feeling mommy. Say, my wife doesn't feel for me that my money is small. She makes demands as if I am part of the despites and the Canadian pounds. And I think that she's not being fair. And gradually I am getting angry with her. I say, young man, why are you getting angry with her? Cut your coat according to your size. Remember that you are the director of finance and your wife is the spending officer. And when people are spending officers, they hardly think about where the money is coming from. Theirs is to make a request to spend. How the money comes is not part of their dealings. Why? Because they are supposed to spend. And they are doing service for you. And once they are serving you, there are a lot of things that they need to make sure that your service runs well. So for that matter, they will make a tall list for you. When they make the tall list, don't ever say that they don't have a feeling for your financial state. If I say I want yellow and you buy black, I won't be happy. Therefore, I can't create issues. Therefore, it can create issues. No. If you say you want yellow and I go and buy you black and you say you don't like the black, you don't know what you can do. You can begin to work with the black and all of a sudden you become yellow and black. You want black. I went down there and I bought you yellow. It should not affect your mood and your happiness because you are the source of your happiness. Create something with the available yellow. Create something with the yellow that's available. Don't say, I only like black. If you take an entrenched position, especially in marital circles, in relationship, you don't get anywhere, especially when you are a wife and not a woman. It is women that reject what has been bought for them and not a wife. It destroys marriages. So do him, get out of it. Whatever you wanted, they didn't buy for you. If you are going to buy for yourself, buy what you want for yourself. But why won't you learn to know that the black and the white keys makes music, and the melody is sweet if you press both the black and the white keys? So if I buy for you whatever you want every day, it doesn't make the relationship sweet. Let me make mistakes in buying things for you. So I won't be happy. Your happiness is not, I am not the source of your happiness. I am not the source of my wife's happiness. My wife is not the source of my happiness. Don't follow what the church is telling you. It's wrong and it's a lie. That's why most marriages are broken. So you, I mean, you are happy. You are just having a chat with your wife, and a phone call comes that breaks you down because some things that you expecting it didn't come. Look, I don't know if you've been a victim of. You are not a man. You write a check of 25,000 because somebody is supposed to drop money somewhere. If you don't pay that 25,000, you are going to pay 35,000. I'm talking of Ghana cedis, not even dollars. But they will change it to dollars. And you are there, they call you from the bank that you have a bounce check. So a call comes from the bank and you're supposed to ask why. Then you are talking to your loved one with all happiness. Then you say, Charlie, can I call you back? Then things don't go well. You go back and call her. She's offended. I'm not important. You see that I'm not important. No. Don't say that to yourself. A situation just happened. I am there for you. I talk to you every day. So why should you all of a sudden say I am not happy because you cut the line and went to talk on the phone? As a matter of fact, I am not under obligation to tell you who I was talking to or why I have to talk to somebody else. Don't discuss financial matters with your spending officer, thinking that it will cause them to have feeling for you. No. I say this every day and people don't believe me. If I want to point my fingers at people who can boldly come and give me money, not because I have done anything for them, I don't have three. In my entire life, I don't have three people that I can say, I can just call this one and say, Charlie, mommy, 20,000 without querying me. I don't have. I don't have. But I know there are people who today, when they ask them to point people, they can give them a call and they can provide them money without interrogation. I'll be one of them in the life of people. So when a man is saying that my wife is doing something that he doesn't feel for me, feeling for you for what? The spending officer has no feeling for you. She's managing the home and she's managing your service. My wife is doing something quietly that I'm watching her, and I will reward her in a way that she will not even know I'm rewarding her, because my wife, she's doing something strange. I didn't ask her to do. I didn't ask her to do. But I'm quietly watching my spending officer. I am quietly observing my spending officer, that she's putting a lot of things in place to close a lot of loopholes that I've not asked her to do. And I'm observing. So let me ask a question. For example, your wife is in the office. It's not her birthday. There's no celebration. And then you go and buy her a bouquet of roses. Apparently, the bouquet of roses costs 2,500 Ghana cedis. That's how you bought for her. And she receives it. She loves it. As a matter of fact, people around her love the flower more than she herself. Because any flower, you know that kind of movie. Yeah. So in the story of the man, he drove far away from South Labadi to Achimota just to go and get a flower for the wife, not because there's any celebration. And when she took the flower, when they went to deliver the flower, they saw a note in it. from Mr. Nikwe. The wife sees it and says, wow, it's nice. But according to the people around, they love the flowers and the smell of the roses and other ones than the wife they brought to. Cut a long story. The next morning, the wife wakes up and say, they brought the flower to me. Thank you very much for the flower. The husband asks, so where is it? He said, oh, me, I left it in the office. So I don't think you have a flower vase in the office, because according to where we bought it from, it has to take some few time before it would die off. So you need to get a vase and put it inside. Hey, but why didn't they add vase to it if they know vase is what it's supposed to be? Why am I going to buy a vase now? They sold this thing to you. Go and see the price by now. And they didn't add a vase to it. I don't know, me. So by this time, then it's gone. Well, it's just a flower. The man was hurt. Very hurt. The man was so disappointed that the wife said, just a flower. And the man was hurt and was taking a lot of decisions in his head. So when he came on my life and said this thing, and I told him, no, don't be angry. Don't be worried. Your wife is expecting that you add a flower vase before she can, as it were, preserve the flower. She doesn't know the investment you have done with the flower. Okay. So I spoke to the man, I counseled the man and everything. So fast forward, like 8 months' time, I was there and the man called me direct. Hello, counselor. This is Mr. So I say, yeah. I remember you on TV Africa. He said, yes. Something has happened in my home and I want to say a big thank you. I said, what has happened? He said, counselor, you remember about the flower issue? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, this is Mr. Nikwe. I said, wow. Can you imagine that my wife is now saying sorry for what she did? Why? Because the boss came to say that the last time the flower that they brought to her, the boss want to order one for the wife. So she should ask whoever brought the flower. And I said, okay. So I asked my driver who went to order the flower to give my wife the number, and the boss asked her to arrange. Then she realized that the flower alone without delivery is 2,800 Ghana cedis. Now she rushes back to me to come and say, honey, I am sorry. It was a go for granted. I love it now. How I wish I could have preserved it. And right now that I know what it is, as I am taking it to my boss, I am telling my boss to tell the wife that she needs to preserve the flower in a flower vase with water so that it will keep long. Because 3,000 Ghana cedis is not easy to use for flowers. So there are times that the situation that will cause your wife to appreciate you has not yet given itself up. When Joseph was in prison, he interpreted a dream for the butler to leave prison. The 2 prisoners left prison. He said one will be killed, one will be called back to the king's palace. It happened. And he told them, when you go, remember me. 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 They went and they were living in the king's palace for more than 2 years. Nobody remembered Joseph. And Joseph, like any other person, could have gone down. But Joseph never went down. Joseph's eyes was still up. The reason why they were not calling him was they have forgotten about him. But a situation that will invite Joseph to come and interpret the right dream has not come yet. So look, to put the attitude of your wife and the thing she's doing to you and the thing she's attributing to you Look, if you put all of them together, I promise you that you'll be worried, and you will not live a life longer for her. You make her a widow. Their level of appreciations falls within their temperament models and their mood. So hear me. Now the wife has seen the value of fresh flowers. She spent close to 3,100 Ghana cedis to get the boss's wife a flower not big like what the husband brought. So the husband said he had a discount because their company also works for that flower company. So apparently the flower they brought to the wife is supposed to be 4,400. But this is what I want to tell you as a wife. What can destroy your marriage is when you want to know the value of what your husband has brought to you before you appreciate it. It destroys marriage. Miles Morrow said, if the value of a thing is not known, abuse inevitable. I agree. However, in marital situations, you don't need to know the value of a thing before you uphold it or abuse it. So one of the best things that can cause your marriage, one of the things that can destroy your marriage as a wife is abuse of incumbency. What is abuse of incumbency? Abuse of incumbency in marriage when it comes to a wife is where a wife have what I call the mental sense of entitlement. Be careful. Repeat yourself. The mental sense of entitlement, sexually entitlement, physically entitlement, materially entitlement, mental sense of entitlement. I deserve it. For that matter, you don't deserve a thank you. Yes, you don't deserve a thank you. I deserve it. You don't deserve a thank you. After all, what did you do for me? It destroys. Anytime you don't have the sense of appreciation, but you have the sense of entitlement, you have moved from a wife to a woman, and it destroys marriage. And majority of us in marriages have gotten to the point of having the sense of entitlement, because we believe that having the sense of entitlement can make you go far, and it teaches the man a lesson. And when you have the sense of entitlement, then you don't know how to appreciate what your husband is providing. Hear me. It is easy to provide, but it is difficult to maintain provision. Oh, counselor, what are you saying? As a husband, it is easy to provide, but it is difficult to maintain the provision or sustain the provision. A lot of us, we don't speak about what we release at home. We don't speak about it. Our wives takes the things we do for them for granted. If you don't know how to appreciate, if you don't have the sense of appreciation, just because your sense of entitlement has clouded your ability to appreciate, you will destroy your marriage. Yes, the money in your account is bigger than what I'm giving you. Yes. Oh, yes. The money you have made out of living, when you went to take care of somebody's grandmother, the money they paid you in a week is more than what I'm earning in a month. I agree. But as a breadwinner, cutting my coat according to my size, you are looking for something that is costing $1,000. You want to use a flip phone. You want to use a Z Fold. That is 2,800 Ghana cedis. I cannot afford, but I can buy for you 1,200 Android phone, which is Ultra 23. I don't like it. And the funny thing is that what destroys marriage is when a wife has moved from a wife to a woman and comparing herself to the husband and comparing a husband to another person's husband. So the next thing that destroys marriage is when you become a comparer. Say, what do you crew to be crew? Na kansla boni ana. We are some see a koyanim. And the odi kan is Suan and Nantia. Oh, yeah, all kind of crap. Suan and Nantia. Who is Suan and Nantia? Now, who's Suan and Nantia? So now who's Suan say, what she from impressing? Who's Suan and Nantia? Now who's Suan baby? The Nantia no Suan Fiana. Who's Suan and Nantia? Not them you now Suan come. I am no crap. Yes, you are the idea, and you're the idea, actually. No cry. And no crow, and yentro. But yes, you are the idea kind of until the fruit, the apani a piano. Sa abeyi na yebu. Na yebu abeyi we are echo see he. Abeya ye kenyina echo see he. So for you to destroy your marriage as a wife, the other attributes that destroys marriage as a wife is when you become a woman and you lose your sense of entitlement. And you enhance your sense of entitlement. You feel it is your right because you are a wife. Hear me. I know my rights as a wife destroys marriage. Oh, yes, you don't understand it. It destroys marriage, yo. The majority of us, as I speak, majority of us, as I'm speaking now, we have a problem. We have a serious problem. Thank you is difficult for us. And you have a woman telling you that saying thank you to, what is it? This small thing you did for me, you want me to say thank you from yesterday? When you handed the thing over to me, didn't I say thank you? Why? Why? Thank you now, baby. That is a wife talking to a husband. Nobody thank you, no. Nobody they are fine. They be at the back of your money back. I see a deal to be. What will destroy your marriage as a wife is having the sense of entitlement. That you wake up in the morning. Yesterday, your husband did something for you. I took your car, took it to the washing bay, wash it, and look at me. I fill your tank for you. You sat in the car, and the first thing you are going to do is to go and buy fuel. And you realize that no, your gauge is full, and you are doubting. When I parked the car, there was nothing. I didn't tell you, but you have seen it. You see the funny thing? I didn't tell you, but you just saw it. You just saw that, fortunately or unfortunately for you, you just saw that I have gone to fill your tank. Hear me? You are supposed to worship me for what you just saw. But the women that have the sense of entitlement, see how they approach this thing. Hey, and then now, if I'm a mechanical tofu, go me far can no pay I'm who got tofu and ra. I don't go wash here. Hey, no, then I'm sir. M1 And when you do this to somebody like me, I'm not out there when I'll let you be talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Oh, yes, I'm here. Why you won't talk? Tell me, viewers, if your wife will find out that you have filled his car, with fuel, wash the car, and when she saw it, the only thing she's doing is interrogating you, more or less asking you, why did you do what you have done? What should be your answer for her? No, tell me, I want to learn. So what destroys marriage is when a wife becomes a woman and begins to create the sense of mental entitlement. Miji. And not just having the sense of entitlement, but comparing herself to other people's marriage. When your wife has moved from a wife to a woman, and for that matter, her decision is that whatever she sees her sister having, she goes, oh, now wait there. My husband bought this for me when we're having our 10th anniversary. They have now bought it for you. It might be in a positive light, oh. But your sense of entitlement and your act of comparison moves you from a wife to a woman. Wives don't compare. O kansala den how can maybe one kasa yan kasa one you money obeko krom akoto bibia keka brel kansala we onim de eka no abeba bia ante se wo na embema na dodo na etori bi omo bra bo omo bo no kansala wani ambre dia omo ne be wo wani o hey yedi wo wanyani yedi den wo wanyani ni yedi wo. Hit your screens and let's go. So for you to walk out of a state where you will lose your marriage as a wife, observe these things I'm saying. Silent means derogatory words. Will be silent. Will be silent. Bismarck says, I'll be silent. So you pick your car, and in this scenario, you just realize that your tank is filled. How do you appreciate your husband for what he has done? Because nobody can drive your car. Even if there's a driver in the house, if a driver would take the initiative, as it were, to go and fill your tank, it will come from boss. If a driver would take your car to the washing bay, it will come from the boss. So if you pick up your car in the morning and the first thing you see is that your car has been washed, and I'm saying this, that look, listen, you are driving and the first thing on your mind is to go and buy fuel or go and buy gas. Because when you were coming home yesterday, you saw that your gas level was down. But right now, your gas level is like your gauge is faulty. When you see it, tell me, how should you approach it? And I've given you one scenario, the way some women will approach it. And I'll show you how a wife must approach this. As for a woman, she will sit in the car and will give you a call. Hey, once more, now here. It's not only about gas. It's not only about gas. So any other thing your husband does should be appreciated and not interrogated. Wow. Thank you. Koviche says that not just gas, but anything your husband does should be appreciated and not interrogated. That was what I was leading to. You're smart. Because a wife doesn't interrogate. Interrogation is the duty of a woman, not a wife. Some of us are now driving, so those taking notes should kindly share. Okay. He's requesting that now he's driving. So those of you writing notes, keep the notes for him. You know, Clarice, my dear, was one of my students that anytime she comes around, she writes notes. So when I'm done, most of the times with my lecture, I asked her that, can I have the notes for yesterday? But now she's too busy in Canada and cannot even give me important notes because I can't even see her watching again. So Chebafo is asking. Chebafo, one of the things I do is that TikTok, I think I'm the only person who watches and read and keeps it. But once you are here, you can go to YouTube. It is always on YouTube. That's why I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook. You can get a content there. Or even me myself, I go and watch back, not because I want to see what I said, but I go and write notes. I don't really know why my TikTok is not going up. Those of you on TikTok, is there any problem? Let me know. If there's a problem, whether you don't hear me or you don't see me, let me clap and see that you can hear the clap. But the clap is working. I don't know what's happening. But I don't feel my TikTokers today. I'm feeling my Facebookers. And Facebookers too cannot maintain. Mary Edu, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. I always watch the YouTube videos whilst working. And I'm a top fan on YouTube too. Thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Counselor Lutrot TV. Counselor Lutrot TV. Subscribe. If you see Dr. Counselor Lutrot TV, it's the same thing. Please, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. At least, if I don't write a book for you to buy, my YouTube is not yet monetized. But if I don't write a book for you to buy, one of the things I'm proud of is that I should be able to have numbers. People have 2 million views, 2 million followers, 40,000 followers. And I'm surprised with all that I do. It's difficult to move from 10,000 to 20,000. If you can help me, let's increase the number. My Facebook was doing 1K until people reported me that I was sharing on their pages. And Facebook didn't inquire from me, even though my page is verified. And then they just slash it and block me. And now I can't even do 100. Right? I'm doing 7. But I'm okay. The knowledge is power. Whatever I'm teaching, one day you can look for it and even write a book on my behalf because I'm not dying now. So I was worried about you about TikTok, but let me finish it here. Today I'll finish soon. I've done 53 minutes in my car, and I said yesterday that I'm having a serious electricity problem. So I have to sit in the car, run it here. So when the UPS, which is 1 hour 30 minutes, goes off, like yesterday, our lecture will go down. But let me quickly come back and appreciate those of you who have come to join me. I really don't understand the TikTok, but if what I'm seeing is right, then I think that we are not doing too well. Let's move up. Thank you very much. So we are telling you what can destroy your marriage, who and what can destroy it. So like I said from the beginning, your sense of appreciation, and I love the way Chebafo says, learn how to appreciate and not interrogate. So your sense of entitlement kills your marriage. And people who have sense of entitlement are not wives, but they are women. Wives, I will teach you how a wife will approach a simple scenario I gave. Oh, yes, yeah. Because like I said, you are picking your car to the gas station to go and fill a gas in it or petrol, whatever. And as you pick the car, your mind is, you have budgeted a certain amount of money so as to go and do justice to your car. But you can't remember when your husband left or when the driver left. And some people will not even come to you first to appreciate you. If you have a driver in the house and you pick your car the next day, maybe it's not even a car that you are driving. Like for me, for example, Monday to Friday, I don't drive the same car to work by the grace of God. And I thank God for it. Same like my wife. I mean, we rotate the cars. So maybe she drove car A yesterday, and for 2 days now, she's not driven it. Then I asked the driver to go and fill mommy's car and wash it. I don't know if she will use it on Thursday. Then she picks the car on Thursday. And having the idea to go and buy gas, and which is a good thing. The money they budgeted self is still the husband's money. He says even the money the wife has budgeted to go and buy the gas is the husband's money. One of the strategies when you are with me and I'm very close to you, I do is I hardly put money in your hand. I love to surprise you with money in your bag. And I love it. But I expect that when you see the money in your bag, don't have the sense of entitlement. Learn to appreciate. There are times that it becomes so painful that you drop money in their bag. And at times, 3 days time, that they will call you and tell you, did you put some money in my bag? And you feel insulted because apart from me, your husband, who again does what I do? Sense of entitlement. Are you sure my TikTok has not been blocked or something, or what? Have I not done anything wrong? Because I don't do 9 and 8 with TikTok. Honestly, I don't. So I'm surprised. That's why I'm getting worried. Because usually when I start seeing numbers like this, it means I've been blocked or something reported or something. So those of you who are there, let me know if everything is going on well with you, or if it's network. If I am not live, to let me know. That's what the network there where I've come to. Jimmy is everywhere you go. I know this table net. But me, Jimmy, no, me and me feel. See my battery. I've only 2 bar. Means very soon we have to go. But let me leave the content before we go, especially for those of you on YouTube. So Big Man says that some of the women assume, what is it? Is it hypothase assumption? That it is how it's supposed to be, and that is the cause of their entitlement. Okay. So the cause of their sense of entitlement is what they have written the word there. I can't mention it here by foot. Between okay. So your sense of entitlement is easy to destroy your marriage. I put money in your bag and it takes you 3 days to come and ask me, did you put money in the bag? It's the last thing to do to a husband who has surprised you. I sent you money on your mobile money network wallet. You see that my name has come. And the next thing you hear is that a wife will send you a message. Thank you for the moment. It's the biggest insult. Thank you for the moment. Yeah, that is no appreciation. The relationship between the two of us has gone beyond thank you for moment. Yeah. Yeah. Between a wife and a husband, it is not chattel. If a woman and a man thank you for the mumu after 3 days, that's okay. But somebody you have a connection with, romantic connection with respect, somebody you honor as a husband, somebody you honor as a supreme, somebody you honor as a Lord, a backbone over you. You will not, by any means, find yourself in a position where, with all the things that are happening, the best you can do for yourself is that whilst all things are being equal and things are happening, the best you can do for yourself is, thank you, I just saw the momo in my wallet. God bless you. Take care of yourself. As a matter of fact, it's stupidity. Oh, yes. It's a strong word this morning, but ejimie say, Odofo ukunu titru, ubi odo. I would you woman. Obetwa surprise nisika. Na the edika, I told you, Chris, can cry, ultra surprise nisika na. One now, some friend beside one said, did you see the money I sent? I sent you money. Did you see it? See, hey, when? You are the one who sent the money, eh? How? So what can destroy a marriage? One of them is called the sense of entitlement. Mental sense of entitlement. That you don't know how to appreciate, you know how to intolerate it. So you see that your car is full. There is fuel in the car. The car has been washed. Hey, somebody is fighting the husband because the husband took the car to go and do a nice spray. And before the husband brought the car, the husband has changed the color from black to blue-black. She's upset. And she went to tell a friend. The friend saw and said, Chaluka with the IFL in church. Chaluka, now card in here. Yes, spray. Hey, now they go spray card. Yeah, for car we went FL. Now first color I couldn't FL since. First color near first segway. Now wait here. Wait here now. First three for color here. Why me there, sir? Why are you on a come up? Come beside Uncle say, color no son and months. But I was your media. Say you are some Messiah, Toma was saying it here. That's a one I will talk at the anchor. I will let the show open when I was swapping with your phone. For be below. Now, Bema ye be a mawa or Tom Chom, son of pen. Are we live? Is there anything happening that we are doing 6? I want to know. If there's anything, let me know. Welcome. But I cannot access my own TikTok, my private TikTok. But the internet is running because it's Facebook is still. And I think the internet is not very strong. So your sense of entitlement, TikTok is off, please. How? What happened? Have we been blocked or something? Because I can see that Enko is out. I will last minute to close. So TikTok is off there, Charlie Martin. That's a bit driving the email if you want to. I rebuke this. Sorry, when we have multiple viewers, usually I want to be sure that everybody is getting their fair share. We have just a few minutes to go. That's my battery is going down. That's the UPS battery that is. Thank you very much, Abdul. You see, I've been complaining. I want someone to come and tell me something, but I've not had this access. See why I love it. You understand it. You just came to tell me what is happening. And I'm closing. So those of you on TikTok, you didn't hear all that I said, but it's unfortunate that if you go to YouTube, as for my YouTubers, they are here. So I'm saying that for you to destroy your own marriage as a wife, remember these ones that I've mentioned this morning. Your sense of entitlement. And I'm using the same example several times. That you wake up in the morning, you are planning to go and fill gas in your car. And when you took the car, you realize that the gauge is not coming down, it's up there. And you are surprised. What is happening? Why? It means that they're going to fill the gas already. It means that there's fuel in your car. It means that somebody has started your car. And you have a driver in the house, you have your husband in the house. The first person to call is not the driver. Because the driver will not go and fill your car with his money. He won't. So you have to call your husband. When you call your husband, don't send a text message to your husband. Hey, honey, I just saw that you've done your thing. Send a message. Thank you for my gas. I just saw it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Mama, what do you do? Mama, what I say? Mama, what do you do? Mama, what do you tag of war? That's what be who could feel you can't come out. Now the ultimate catcher and say, I saw that the car is full. So as a wife, there's a way you act, and I've addressed the woman. I come back to your wife. So you see that your car is full. You don't call your husband and say, once more, morning. Hey, I just saw that you filled my car with gas. Me, I'm good at your trimester debut. Now what is happening? Some jackpot. You've won some money, or you listen to counsel and so there's a change right now. What is happening? Tell me. Share with me. What is the case? Is this a repentance? What I want to know. That you of all people filled my car. You of all people. Hey, it's strange, though. Well, whatever I did right, I wish I know so that I do again. But I was just going to buy fuel, and I realized that it is fuel. Hey, I'm out from Beshamiu. Nyamian team in pipe. You say anything? Why you can't hear me? Because I'm quiet. You are speaking stupid. You are acting foolish. You are having what we call a sense of entitlement. Who told you that it is written that I fill your tank as a wife? No. But once you saw it as a wife, act as a wife. The first thing is that when you started your car and you saw that the fuel has gone up, switch off the engine, go back into the house. When you saw that the car has been washed, the tires are neat, the car is neat, they wash it, switch off the engine. If daddy is still home, go back into the place to your master. Enter the master bedroom. Go and say, hi, good morning. Hope you have a good rest. Wow, I told you I was going, but I just saw something that I have to come back and say a big thank you. Wow, you fill my car tank. I'm so honored. Thank you very much. May God replenish wherever this came from. I appreciate it. And they wash it. Wow. Thank you so much. So I'm taking the lead, my love. Thank you. God bless you. This is a wife. This is a wife. So that is when your husband is still at home and has not left to work. So what if your husband has left to work? He's gone. What do? Your husband is no more in the house. He's gone to work. It's Wednesday. You sat in the car once he has gone, and you also saw that your tank has been filled as a wife. How do you respond? You call him, hello, good morning, honey. Thank you. I'm just leaving the house now. And I want to say a big thank you for the gas in my car. I just saw it. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You make marriage feel important. I pray that God will keep us the way He's keeping us and bless you the more. Have a blessed day. Once again, I'm grateful. Very, very grateful. Thank you. I'll let you know what I get. Have a nice day. Bye bye. This is a wife. This is a wife that the husband is not present. The husband is absent at home and saw that the car has been filled. The car has been washed. So you see the difference between talking as a woman and talking as a wife. This cannot destroy your marriage. This cannot destroy your marriage that will build. So the man the whole day is confused because the way you appreciated him, the way you garnished the gas he filled. He spent only 1,200 Ghana cedis to put gas in your car. He spent only $60 in your car. But the way you came out to appreciate the $60, he's blowing his mind as a wife. He will do more. Don't have the sense of entitlement as a wife. Women are those who have the sense of entitlement. Wives don't feel entitled because they are Mrs. Neutral, because they are Mrs. Quatty, because they are Mrs. Bush. Don't feel entitled. Don't allow your hate, your anger to cloud the good things that your master, your Lord is doing. Some of you, you have been clouded. You have been clouded. Your eyes are shut because you are angry, because there's something going wrong. Hear me. Even if your husband has offended you and he does anything good, as a wife, don't stay in your folly. Don't stay in your stupor. Come out and appreciate. Because husbands, not men, husbands who sacrifice don't need anything from you than your respect and an act of appreciation. I thought you would clap for me. Yes, you paid the rent. Yes, you live in your family house with your husband. Yes, he cannot afford rent. Yes, you agreed to marry a man who cannot feed himself 3 square meals per snack. So you have become the breadwinner. God punish you. Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. Sense of entitlement. They will say, Counselor, after all, is it not his responsibility? So if he does his responsibility, why should we go and appreciate him? Yes, that's a sense of entitlement. That is why the woman in you, the real woman in you, will be speaking stupor, will be speaking loose. And now, oh yeah, me and Anya me dimi. And the prayer so when you're trebiadi, men down janka. I shall win in the Abefan Abedin. When you're trying to come and pay, I'm an Indian symmetry. Men kashi, men can be shame. Now what to fool a good care more? Me soon, fool as we are $50. When they are young come back, more $50. $50 one to need. Hey, let's auto mansion there. I said, me try me TG, and then me move back out. She go shut your affair for you. So I told you, as a wife, never ever do comparison. Either even with your ex, your current, your fellow friends' husband. Don't do comparison. Don't do sexual comparison. Don't do financial comparison. Don't do status comparison. Don't compare. Don't compare. You are uniquely, wonderfully in your marriage state. Don't compare. So when you have the sense of entitlement, it destroys your marriage. Don't feel that you deserve it. Who are you? Who are you? Abortion is a thief of joy. That's true. Thank you. Who are you? You are not too bigger than anybody. So if you don't know how to appreciate, but you are an act of interrogating. I mean, and some funny people, women will come and interrogate you and compare. Look at how painful it is. You are asking me for food, and I'm telling you, okay, here, I'll get one for you. Yes, I know me, you tell me you're here. I can't remember the last time I did the request, and you told me that you'll bring it. Every time I hear, and this I hear, I know it's not going to be now, but if it was Juan, you're going to supply it to her. Well, I know me, I don't matter in your life. I know that I've just become something that you hate. I have for you. Me too, one day, I'll get somebody that will love me and treat my issues with priority. We are Jimmy for. Yes. You are not a wife, you're a woman. Look, if your wife can tell you, I want somebody to love me. If you're watching, if your wife sent you a TikTok video and right answer it, when will I get there? Don't respond. Don't feel hurt. She is not a wife. She is a woman. You stupid. Obia the video. A year of fair. And you see, at times it's funny the way we act. So, counselor, is it wrong to share videos with your husband? No, there's nothing wrong. But anytime you want to share a video with your husband, remember he's not your friend. Remember he's not your koiko. Remember he's the think tank for the family. So what content can I give him that would not lead him to feel that I am undermining the authority that I've given to him? I said, don't be a gold digger, be a gold carrier. And keep in your mind that a wife is a spending officer, but not a director of finance. So you can make a request, and your request will not be fulfilled at the moment. I travel to America, and you tell me you need a particular phone that I cannot get in Ghana, but I can only get it in America. It's a request you make. I go to America, I come back, I didn't bring it. But I brought you other things. Then you start searching for the things. Now, oh, sorry, that is in Atlanta, but this year I didn't go to Atlanta. And the end, what do you be on ship? No, I wanted to go by myself. And my nigga, so much now. I'm never but the woman come as well. My daughter, then you go inside the room and go and bring you a certain dress. Shatter we am to me to say, should not be the children so better to have bar. Now they are shatter yeah. Now, where are they by the well, I just show them Mati. I didn't know I will be saving the two canker. We have money will be some time, but yes, my friend Eugenia. So we can be at problem and family because where they now July 28th, when you be at money not in family because when you say become a whole board money but when to my family, I dear Atlanta, training, and I went to quite dent. My friend Eugenia, so with my problem after I sent me who were online, and the boy $400. $400 na me come to me to nyama wato dia ba anybody dey do talk me na me pen pokwa ade na ya so be makoma so ade ma me sa ade I mean your husband just came from a trip and has brought 5 bags, paid $300 for 1 bag, 5 bags full of clothing. The only thing your husband didn't bring is a shoe you requested for. And this is how you are addressing your husband. May God punish you and never make you get a visa. Why? Why do you easily leave from a woman? You easily leave from a wife to a woman to destroy your own marriage. Are you listening to yourself and a choice of words? Hey, There are times we travel and we credit things and bring to our wives in Ghana. Yes, you don't know. We travel and we don't buy anything for ourselves. Everything is for our wives. Where is your sense of appreciation? Interrogation has overshadowed your appreciation. Rise up from your stupor. It's destroying your marriage. I bought a dress for you at $150. You look at it and say, well, we are in Ghana. Hey, can we wear this in Ghana? Was he on sales? Hey, Charlie. Jimmy Roll. Jimmy Roll. Sorry, we're not paying. I'm not being nice. But except me, how many call because you're destroying your own marriage. That's my battery is dropping down. May come and now thank you on Facebook. I'm not thank you. You destroy your marriage as a wife with a sense of entitlement. Now you bought a winter jacket for her in Ghana. How can she wear it? Don't worry. Yes, I bought a winter jacket for you in Ghana. It's obviously wrong from where you are sitting that your husband travels from Ghana to America and buys you a winter jacket. Yes. Yeah. Charlie, doesn't make sense. But I'm going to make sense out of the winter jacket. Look, you see the level of industrialization that has been embedded in the feminine woman who is a wife. If women will value themselves as wife, there's nothing that the husband will hand over to them that is useless. But everything that a husband will give you become useful. Your husband traveled and has bought you a winter jacket, an expensive winter jacket. You can't wear it in Ghana. It is a point of contact for me to call myself. I will pick up the winter jacket and say, honey, wow. Isn't it soft? Yes, it's a winter jacket. It's worn in winter. Hey, Abrochi come you, me, Abrochi, yeah. I'm so grateful. Thank you, my love. Oh, what a jacket. It's nice. Oh, wow. You see, I see it on movies. I see women wearing it in movies. Yeah. I see women wearing it in movies. Oh, God. Charlie said, thank you to daddy for me. See, this is a winter jacket. And then I'll land in America. Yeah. This is what you give my ticket. If they don't give my visa this November, what I will do at the oh, it's okay. You see what I guess? I dramatize a winter jacket in a summer country. No interrogation. Appreciation. You are destroying your marriage. Oh, yes, you don't agree with me. Now, how can a husband travel and bring you a winter jacket in Ghana? What should you use it for? And you will talk with the brand Mohan. Now, but give this account, my question or what now, what top brand is every fine day. Mention. Yeah, quite in there. And I'm a full of until we said top brand. Because can you go to my say, what do you be? I find it different. You are stupid to tell me I take everything different. What you are saying, is it not different? Is it not different? You see, your sense of entitlement, your selfishness as a woman, instead of being, look, a wife is selfless. A woman is selfish. You give them one Ghana city and they will adore you. They will adore you. Thank you. Thank you. Since tails. Yes. And they can't bring tails back because they use emotions to destroy the best female show in Ghana called Tales from the Panel. Emotions. Female emotions destroyed Tales from the Panel. And we can't get it back. It's difficult. It helped a lot of relationships. God bless you. I'll be going on very soon because my battery, my UPS has done 3 hours. It's done 2 hours, 25 minutes. It's 3 hours because it was on for more than an hour before I started. So what will destroy your marriage as a wife is when you have the sense of entitlement and instead of appreciation, you interrogate. So your husband gives you something, even if you don't like it, learn how to appreciate the effort, the thought behind the giving. It's not the quantity and the quality of the giving, the thought behind it. Who is giving me? Not what is he giving me? Does he know who I am? How can you tell your husband that now where you're saying, how much did you buy this? It's a question anymore. Hey, $100, 1,400. Wait. Hey, now also there. Wait. Who told $100? Mabo, train. Train. What is she doing? She's going on her phone. Train. Nanya dia we are near there to her. I see $40, $80 reduced to Clay. Hear me. So I was in America one time and somebody sent me a laptop and said that they said they have reduced this laptop and it is going for $60. And she's begging me that if I can get money to buy it, bring it to her. I said, where? He said, Best Buy. So he sent me the link. So immediately I got a link and I went to the place. There's nothing there like that. It's a scam. Yeah. Look, travel and see. So your husband has bought you something and by mistake you got to know the price and you have a picture of the thing which is $48. You are comparing it to what your husband sent and calling your husband a liar because he has inflated what he bought for you. If your husband buys something for you for 10 cedis and he says it is 200 cedis, what do you lose? I said, Jimmy, sense of entitlement. I don't wear anything that is not cotton. And when things are not expensive, my body itches me. So the dress is nice, but when I wear, my body will itch me. Let me share a funny story with you. So I went into a shop, and there were these nice slippers that has a lot of. It is a ponchihu. When we entered the shop, there was black, there was brown, there was white. So there were all the colors, and I decided to buy all the colors for my wife. Get the funny side. We came to the shelf, came to pay. I was surprising my wife. I brought the things to Ghana. When I landed in Ghana, my wife was checking the things I bought for her, and she saw the shoe. She put her leg inside. I said, "Wow. You know the way my wife is a melancholy when it comes to these things, so she hardly appreciates with everything she has. But when she's generally doing it, you can see it. So she said, "Wow." And then, now she planned to wear it to a wedding. Just about 3 weeks. I bought a certain bag. The bag I bought for her with necklace matched with the shoe, and she has gone to sew a dress. So in her mind, she was planning to go to Mokola to go and get a shoe that she wear under the dress she sewed for the sister's wedding. And me, I just brought something that I saw was nice. I was working with my friend and we bought it for my wife. I bought all the colors. See the funny side. Before my line goes, it was my time. It's not up on my internet. The battery is finished. My wife took the shoe. She wore only one and appreciated it. The day she was going to the wedding, she took the shoe to wear. The ones I brought together, both of them are left. So I called back my friend who went to me. I said, the shoes I bought for mommy. aware that they are all left? He said, eh? The black one left, the gold one left, the brown one left, the cream one left. All the 4 shoes I bought, I took left, and I've left the right in America. But my wife did something that I don't know. This woman, I don't know. I feel I don't know. I don't know who my wife is. And I don't pray she will change. No. The way she is, I like her like that. Are you aware that my wife wore the shoe to the wedding? The 2 left. I swear on my clerical, she wore it. When I was broken and feeling sad for buying the wrong thing and planning, I called them, asked them, can they go and buy all the right? And you know, in America, you travel. So whoever I was sending, the person I was sending was from North Carolina. I went to buy the things in Yonkers. The other person I was sending is far in Jersey. And we bought the things in Yonkers. And these things were bought earlier before I packed my things. Is it likely that they have gone there, somebody to have gone to buy the right? And because they are in America, they can return it. And look at the other part of the story that kills me. In America, when you buy shoes from a shop and you discard the box, you can't return it. If it's still in the box, they will take it. So because I'm bringing it to Ghana and I know it's my wife, the size is correct, everything is okay, it's a surprise. We broke the boxes into pieces and threw it into the dustbin. Some crowd, we left it in the shop. So we can't return the left than to go there and go and buy. And I was ready to spend money to go and buy. I didn't have anybody to go and collect this thing for me. So as I'm walking in my mind, I have this thing in my head that if I go to America anytime from now, I'm going to buy the same slippers for my wife. But this time, I will make sure I buy for her the right sizes. My wife never fought me. I'm saying this. She never fought me. She was not angry. My wife wore the two left shoe to the wedding. She wore it to the wedding. My wife wore the left, and nobody knows it. I was the one laughing at her. And so when she's walking, she walks like this. That is what we call the sense of appreciation, not sense of entitlement. If you want to destroy your marriage, hold on to your sense of entitlement. I am Mrs. Luttrot. You want to come and talk about a shoe. So what were you looking at? You buy a shoe like this, and the shoe you bought, they are all left. How come? You buy a shoe, you will not see it. What? Coming to interrogate me. Please, let's have the sense of appreciation and not the sense of interrogation. Wives, know these things, for they have the tendency of destroying your marriage. Learn to appreciate what is given to you. Even if you don't want it, make use of it because it is nice. Mistakes are bound to happen. Who says you cook for us, we eat the food? Look, there's a way you cook for us and the food is not nice, but we eat it. The sense of entitlement destroys marriage. This morning, if you came to learn anything from me this morning, you have learned at least some few things. That learn not to have the sense of entitlement as a wife. You can grow your sense of entitlement as a woman, but not as a wife. Appreciate whatever comes to you. Make sure anything they are given to you, you make good use of it. Finally, because of my time, let me tell you what you can get from me. Physically, I sell this. It's called the MSP 30. Menstrual cramps, menstrual disorders. You want to have a child, but your flow is not going. Call me on 0277 609 644. MSP 30. Now, if you are a man that your level of producing sperm and ability to stay on top as a man, not with any aphrodisia, but your heart to pump the blood well, All you need is Tonga Tali capsules. Tonga Tali capsules is with me. Call me on 0277 609 644. Finally, there's nothing that you can do without Makpe ginger chips. Mind you, the one in the sachet, which is far from my hand, the one in the sachet, you can get it in the whole of America. UK, you are getting your production very soon. Hear this. You can have it in sachet like this. Makpe ginger honey chips, 862 215 2007 0277 609 644. If I end here, so I don't go abruptly with disrespect, my last words to you are that whatever you need from me in terms of counseling, call me 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644. Call me Counselor Lutra for all counseling issues. I saw somebody came, I picked you, I wanted to talk because I know. Are you please an author of any book? I am interested. I've not written books yet. I want a sponsor so I can write it. But follow me right now. Please follow me right now. Go to my YouTube, Counselor Lutra. Selina, thank you for coming. Wow, God bless you so much, sir. I have learned so much. Thank you for learning. Go to my YouTube and look for Counselor Lutra TV. I have more content there. This topic we started is about 2 months now. Why have I not stopped? Because I have seen what destroys marriage and I want to share it. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I don't take it for granted that in your busy schedule, you still came to me. No gift came. I don't know why you do that to me. I told you it's not about the money. When I see gifts coming in, it makes me happy. When somebody sent me Momo the last time, it's not, I love it. One guy tried sending me 5 Ghana cedis. I was offended and I called him and said, don't do this again to me. I am bigger than 5 cedis. He said he was trying to make sure that my name would come in his slip. Until today, he's not sent the original one. But what I'm saying is that your gifts are also very important to me. It helps me. Today, you see, I'm working in the car because I have an ECG problem. But I've stayed in this car. I'm using a UPS. That's the UPS I'm using. Look at it. It will go up very soon because it's like with the last bar. That is why I don't want to go up abruptly. So I'm using a UPS here. And what just because I want to transmit in the car. Whatever we have to do for you to learn, I'm appreciating. Thank you very much. Facebook people, you came to learn. Thank you very much. Wisdom, thanks. Thank you so much. Mami, Mami Cherba, thank you so much for coming. Please let me see you give me a gift. For those of you who are not giving gift on Facebook, you can send me Momo 0530 0530. Mami Cherba, write for me 0530 457 511. 0530 457 511. It is a good Momo for me. Momo me, why? If you can't send it, 0530 457. Sorry, it's 457. TikTokers. Sorry, I made a mistake. 0530 457 511. 457 511. 457 511. 457 511. If Selena or anybody here can write the number for me on Facebook, I'll also be grateful there because if you send me Madawas, thank you, thank you, thank you. These things I say to you, they are life. Practice them, run with it, walk with it, spread the news, and remember, your life will never, ever be the same again. Enjoy your marriage, enjoy it to the fullest. Remember, nobody can marry your husband for you than yourself. Nobody can marry your wife for you than yourself. If you learn how to marry your husband well, you will remain as a wife. If you learn how to marry your husband well, you will remain as a wife. Facebookers, call me on 0277 609 644. And my Momo account, you can send me Momo 057. There is there. The numbers are there. Thank you very much for joining me. Tomorrow, to God willing, if all things being equal, you see me in the studio. We are treating how to deal with third parties. Rich wife, I didn't see your gift. Rich wife, me just how I love you crazy. Don't do that to me. Release some gifts. I like the cap, that thing that they show like this. When I see like that, then my body is feeling. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. Please call me with any challenge you have. I do online counseling in Ghana. I'm in Ghana at the moment. Rich wife and the rest, please follow me because we are going to collect money from Lady Posh so that I can buy my ticket and come August ending. I'm coming to the US August ending. I'm supposed to go to the UK before coming to the US. And I'm still contemplating. So let's do quickly and buy me my ticket right now so that I will not be a victim. Oh no, because of the thing we posted, they are flagging my life already. Let's go before they change the content. The restriction has cut it. Anyway, thank you very much. We don't ask some share me. One share me, I want to share. Oh, one basic, one okay, and I'm share the man. One bank, Facebook for them, one bobby, because one share me. I could be any more share. I would be. That was, that was, why? That was, papa. All of you on Facebook, thank you so much. Trying to end it, and I'm blessing you. So subscribe to my Facebook account, please follow me on YouTube. I want to also have some followers. I'll be happy to have more followers, but it's not me. It's easy, sir. It's easy,